Hello, welcome to this evening time taste challenge. We have two American blended whiskeys, and they are bottled in Kentucky by the Sazerac Company. And it says Louisville, Kentucky on both bottles. But I called the company a few months ago and they said they don't have a bottling plant in Louisville. It's just offices, corporate, company offices, not a corporation. It's a proprietorship. He said all that stuff goes on at Buffalo Trace in Frankfort, Kentucky. I said, okay. And he was actually talking to me on the phone from Frankfort, Kentucky. So anyway, when they say what they say, Louisville, Kentucky, they mean the headquarters, but the bottling plant is in Frankfort, which is huge. I've been there to Buffalo Trace. It's a huge tour. Well, the tour is big, but the place is much bigger than the tour. I mean, it could never take you on the whole thing. And they don't show you these things. They're going to show you their brands. They're going to show you Blanton's, Wheatley vodka, Buffalo Trace bourbon, ancient age bourbon, stuff like that. They're not going to show you these crazy quilt brands, but they do these. They probably do them at night. It's like a 24/7 operation. But anyway, this is what I bought about 2 or 3 years ago. It's called Gran Legacy. Which is a comical name because it's nothing grand about it and there's no legacy it's going to leave. It's showing a crown over a shield with a copper pot still. I don't know what this is about Kentucky and crowns. I mean, Kentucky is not a kingdom. There's no king of Kentucky, and there's almost none of this whiskey produced in a copper pot still. But anyway, Gran Legacy, not even trademarked. There's no trademark there. That's why I couldn't find when it was introduced. There's no trademark data because it's not trademarked. I guess they figured nobody's going to try to make a whiskey called Gran Legacy. All right, American blended whiskey with natural flavors. And they told me on the phone, or he told me on the phone, that they started adding natural flavors because it helps smooth out their lower end products. Let's call it their popular priced products, their value priced brands. Now, it says bottled by the Legacy Distilling Company, Louisville, Kentucky. But it's really the Sazerac Company, and it's bottled at Buffalo Trace. Okay, do they add caramel color to it? Most likely. They don't say that. It just says natural flavors of whatever those are. But you know what? You don't even have to tell people if you use caramel coloring. That's a courtesy. It's not a requirement. Nope, not required. This big jug bottle, beautiful plastic bottle. Nothing rings like the thud of plastic. This thing here was $10.99 at CVS Pharmacy. Apparently these are a CVS Pharmacy brand because if you go to CVS pharmacies that sell liquor, and mine does here, 1 mile from my house, they sell Gran Legacy American blended whiskey, Gran Legacy Canadian blended whiskey, Gran Legacy silver rum, Gran Legacy white rum, Gran Legacy triple sec, the same gin, gold tequila, white tequila, just all that you would expect. Okay. I think it's going up to like $11.99. You got to have the CVS card, because they want to track where your purchases, so they can send you endless emails and all that. But $10.99 for a handle. Yeah, you won't find it any cheaper than that. I can find Canadian whiskey for 3 cents cheaper at Walmart, $10.96. True story. All right, anyway, it used to be $9.96. Here's Seagram's 83, the new The NKOTB, the new kid on the block. This is Seagram's 83 American blended whiskey, not the Canadian Seagram's 83, which has been around for decades, in honor of the 1883 opening of the Seagram's Rye Distillery in Canada. No, this is Seagram's 83 American. Here it says Seagram's. There's a famous Seagram's crest. It's 83 proof. And I like how they put on here 1883 with no explanation of why they have that there. So Seagram's 83 in red and burgundy or maroon. American whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color. Ooh, 83 proof, 41.5% alcohol, blended and bottled in America. The 83 Distilling Company, Louisville, Kentucky. You say, wow, I never heard of them. And then you look below. We love to hear from our customers. Info@sazerac.com, www.sazerac.com, 1-866-729-3722. Okay, so Sazerac bought the rights to Seagram's VO, Seagram's VO Gold, Seagram's 83 and 15 other brands from Diageo in 2018. So they produce a Canadian distilled version, which is 80 proof. Don't know the age on it. And now they've got this no age statement, 83 proof, American version. Doesn't say Kentucky blended whiskey, it said American, meaning the whiskeys in here could be from all around, no specific state. Whoever's got the good deal right now. Same thing with this, American blend. So they cover in all 50 states. Don't know the blend ratio. Is it 80% grain spirits, unaged grain spirits? Is it 75% unaged grain spirits? We don't know. It has to be at least. There is no least. It can't be more than 80%. Okay, so that's the max. It cannot be more than 80% unaged grain spirits. This would be illegal in Canada because the grain spirits have to be aged at least 3 years, which means then they become whiskey. By law, these have to be at least 20% straight whiskey. Doesn't have to be bourbon per se. Could be straight corn whiskey if they wanted to use it. Could be straight wheat. Is that even a class, wheat whiskey? But they're using bourbon because this corn is cheap. Okay. What else to say? 80 proof versus 83 proof. No age statement. No age statement. That means the straight whiskeys in here are both aged at least 4 years. So you got at least 20% straight whiskey aged at least 4 years. Price, I told you, $10.99, $19.99. Oh, wait a minute. Is the Seagram's going to really be $9 better? I seriously doubt it. But let's look at the comments. AMC Stonk says, cheers. Rocks glass, cheers to you. Isle of Fire says, greetings, friend. Cheers. I like this $9.99 750 milliliter bottles of Old Crow that is still sold in glass. Oh boy, if I saw that for $9.99, I'd be buying me another bottle. Ulysses S. Grant would probably be just as happy about that as myself. Then again, I think he may have had a barrel in his tent. Ha ha ha. And it probably wasn't a 3-year aged, but it was probably sour mash like it is today. All right, anyway, these don't claim to be sour mash or anything like that. Okay. You're the competitor, so that's labeled as such, and you're the control group because I've been doing Seagram's 83 versus all the competitors. Has Seagram's won every time? No. And in fact, sometimes I couldn't even tell it apart. Doesn't even have any ridges on the cap to help pull it. If your hands are greasy or whatever, you can't get it off. Smooth cap. Gotta watch this built-in pour because it'll flow out like even flow. So you gotta watch that. It's a good thing because it doesn't go glug, 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 but it just pours like madness. And now we got bad blood. All right, anyway. You go over there. See, this one's ridged, so it'll turn better. You know, it's got some tactile features to help grip for gripping purposes, which is more better. Have I seen Seagram's 83 around here? I sure have. 750 milliliter bottles, handles. Hadn't seen the smaller ones yet, or the liters. Mathern's has it now. Don't know if it's selling. Cash Saver has it. Don't know if it's selling. I know that the distributor probably told them that they needed to sell it or they would pull all their Seagram's products out the store. Now they can't afford that, so they got to sell it. I don't know if it's going to be a success. Seagram's VO, yeah, you know, that's like that's so common. I mean, what liquor store in America doesn't sell Seagram's VO? Answer: none. They all do. Seagram's 7, the 7 Crown, yeah, American blender. You know everybody sells that. Seagram's Gin, you know everybody sells that. Now, everybody doesn't sell the Distiller's Reserve Seagram's Gin, the black and gold label, but that's rare, you know. Way better than the regular one, too. I tried them both. They were all right. I'm not a gin guy, though, but I mean, that Distiller's Reserve was on point. Seagram's Vodka, well, a lot of stores sell it, but not everybody. Quite a few, though. Seagram 83. Yeah, in Canada, they got that. This one here is starting to be available. There's Seagram's Ginger Ale. Every grocery store sells Seagram's Ginger Ale. That's under the Coca-Cola umbrella these days. Distributed by Coca-Cola, produced by Coca-Cola. It probably always was produced by Coca-Cola, just when Seagram's was in business, before they got bought out. They probably owned the brand. But am I missing some Seagrams? Oh yeah, all their beers. What am I thinking? All their beers, Seagram's malt beverages, Seagram's Escapes, Seagram's Escape Spiked. You know that's popular. Okay, and that's produced in Rochester, New York. All right, let's look at the comments. Smiley face. Butch Willie says, I'd like to see a duo review of Seagram's 83 with Dave, if you have time, of course. I would do it. I don't know if he's interested, but he might be. He wanted me to do a duo tasting with him a couple of weeks ago after Tulane won the big championship game, and he said, come over, let's try some Evan Williams 1783. I said, no, I'm already on the interstate. I'm going home. I was tired, you know. I do want to try the Evan Williams 1783. I want to try a lot of stuff, but you know, you just can't. You can't try everything. But did he take a taste of it when he was over here? He might. Yeah, he would try it. I mean, he depended on, you know, what the day was like, if it was bad weather, how much driving he had. Yeah, I mean, he'd probably do it. I gotta close my eyes now because the Gran Legacy is a lot lighter. So I don't know if you live in if any of you viewers live in a state where CVS Pharmacy is allowed to sell liquor, but I do, and they do it, and they got a lot of stuff. I mean, they got, like, you know, regular liquor that you see everywhere. You know, Jägermeister, Jack Daniels, of course, Jim Beam. Jose Cuervo rum. I mean, tequila. Bacardi rum, and other stuff too, not just those, but yeah, you know, regular old stuff. But and they got the Irish cream liqueurs. They got, well, they got all kind of stuff. All type of wine. Probably some CVS Pharmacy brands that I just didn't notice. All sorts of beer. Oh yeah, it's a pretty big section. Even some really, you know, better than average stuff, but they're kind of expensive. Okay, but you know, it's just, you just walk in, you buy it and leave. You don't have to wait in a long line. So some people do it just for convenience. They don't feel like dealing with a bigger store. But yeah, I figured I'd buy their store brands, try them out. Like, what the heck, you know, some weird stuff, you know. I knew who's making it, Sazerac, and I know who Sazerac does all the Winn-Dixie brands, so I might try some of those. But Sazerac got so many brands out there. I mean, it's unreal. I was at a liquor store earlier this month at Star, STAR, Star in Kenner. It's famous. Like it's a legendary liquor store now. And they had so many different. I said, look at all these Sazerac tequilas, man. Torada. It's always expensive relative to the other cheap ones. But Star had a good price on Torada. They only had the silver though. And they had Tortilla. You say Tortilla. Yeah, that's a tequila brand. Oh, I see it around too at a lot of restaurants. Tortilla. Uh, this smells like some really musty corn. I don't mean like it's full of mold or anything, but it's just like ooh, full in your face, like old furniture. I don't know what to make of it. It smells like actually, it does smell like it's aged kind of long. It doesn't smell like 4-year age whiskey, bourbon whiskey. It smells like they're using maybe 6 or 8 year age. Yeah, it could just be some like you know, like old charter that didn't come out right. And they say, oh, dump it, you know, into the blend. Or it could have been like I mean, it could be anything. Anything that doesn't come out right, you know, ancient age, very old Barton. I don't know about Bowman, you know, or Elmer T. Lee, or Pappy Van Winkle. But just get on the Sazerac website or get on greatbourbons.com, another Sazerac website, or get on Buffalo Trace website, and they got so many bourbons. It's crazy. And they'll even tell you when you take a tour, like it doesn't always come out right. That's why they have the Jack Daniels green label, because they're not going to waste it. They're not dumping it. And so they just say, oh, put it in the green bottle. On the green label, put it in the green label. Or blend it off into some American blended whiskey that we got a contract with. Jim Beam does the same thing. They got all kind of blended whiskey brands. Doggone Kessler. Beams 8-star, all kind of stuff. People buy it too. See, this one doesn't smell as funky monkey. It smells like more like just like wood, oak wood. I don't know about the char. corn. Yeah, I mean, like the United States government says, it has the aroma and flavor generally associated with whiskey, which is legally required. Legally required. I don't know how you'd enforce it, but that's read the regulation. Whiskey has to have the aroma and flavor generally associated with whiskey. Well, meaning like if you smelt it and it smelled like rum or brandy or gin, you could have a problem. But of course, it's not going to smell like those things because it's not made with those type of ingredients. But just saying, that's the rule. Okay, taste. Cheers. Now, does the natural flavoring alter the flavor? Well, obviously it would. Now, I don't know how profoundly it would. It might just tweak it a little bit to make it go from sort of rough to sort of smooth. This one is smooth. I mean, it's not nasty or rough or rough or harsh or bitey. That's the thing that they don't want. They don't want customers saying that stuff's bitey, man. It's got a bad bite. You say, well, a lot of the more hobbyists like that. I know, but most consumers are not hobbyists. All right. Yeah, it's a little caramel, a little almond, vanilla, sweet candy corn. It's just like stereotypical. It's just like if you gave that to somebody and said blindly, taste this, what is this? They'd say, oh, I don't know, some kind of whiskey. Who makes it? And then you'd say, well, what do you think about it? They might say, well, it's pretty good. I think they would probably say, it's pretty good. They wouldn't say it's, it's fabulous. I can't believe how good this is. I doubt too many people would say that. But they're not going to say it's nasty and harsh and it doesn't have a bad bite. I think that's what they're going for. I mean, look at the price point. Come on. Yeah, now you see, I find this one has more of that creme brulee thing. And I said Seagram's, but I got it wrong before, you see. But I think I said Seagram's had like a creme brulee aspect. Couldn't tell you why it would taste like that. I mean, it has a little bit of charred oak, just a little bit of generalized wood, medium. They're both medium bodied and they both finish kind of like medium long, more like medium than long. I mean, they're okay. Would I recommend them? Well, I mean, I guess I would because if you say, well, I like popular price products. I mean, I'm really trying to save money. I'm not running. Some people say I got 3 children. They go into private school or whatever, or I got a lot of expenses, and I'm not really looking to lay down a lot of cash. I want to find something that's inexpensive, like a handle, big bottle, less than $20, that doesn't taste bad. They say I'm gonna mix it with grapefruit juice anyway. I'm gonna mix it with apple juice anyway. I'm gonna mix it with chocolate milk anyway. You know what I mean? Like, well, yeah, it'll be fine. Fine, perfect. Perfect for that. Now, I mean, you're not gonna serve it at a dinner party. You're not gonna serve it at a rehearsal party. But I mean, I didn't need to tell you that because you knew that already. So which is which? But you probably serve it at like watching football, like a get together watching football, something like that. Yeah. Or a crawfish boil, where the people coming over there want to drink all your stuff anyway. Give them this stuff. They'll drink it. I think I'll tell you what, they're not that different. What I pay $9 extra for the Seagram's 83, just because it's 83 proof, nah, I'd be satisfied with the 80 proof. Let me see if I can tell a difference on the proof, because the flavor is not that different, though, to tell you the truth. The aroma is more different than the flavor. Mm-hmm. See, oh, yes. Yeah, I think I got it. I think you could taste the proof. It's subtle, you know. We're only talking about a little bit difference in strength, but this little bit difference, I think, is making a difference. And I think this is the Seagram's 83. Is it better? No, not really. They're both all right, honestly. To me, you say, but you got bad taste. You're an idiot. You don't know what's good bourbon. You review a lot of low end products. I don't think I'm an idiot. It's possible that I don't have good taste. Now, that's possible. Unlikely, but possible. It's true I deal with a lot of low-end products just because they're quaint. You know what I'm saying? When I see them on the shelf, I'm like, oh, look at this wallflower. Come on, I'll dance with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not under any illusions when I get them. You know, I'm not. I do have some kind of grasp on reality. But let's see. I think I wouldn't pay $9 more though. No. So even before I guess, which is coming up right now, I'm still saying I'm going to go with the Gran Legacy. Only problem is most of y'all cannot get CVS Pharmacy liquor, so this would be a moot point. I don't know how many states allow CVS Pharmacy to sell liquor. I'm in Louisiana, which is mostly an anything goes state. Anything goes, like everybody sells liquor. So I'll just go to CVS and get this, and I would be pleased with it. Wouldn't adore it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be running around. That light bulb was so loose. It wasn't running out. It was just loose. I dropped my lacing in the whiskey. People are going to smell that and say you're covered in whiskey. Well, I dropped my lacing in my lace in the whiskey. All right. No, would not pay $9 more. No way. Impossible. I don't know if I'd pay any more for it. Do I like the Seagram's 83? Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. I don't know if anybody's going to buy it. I don't know if it's going to be a success or if it's going to be a big bomb, you know. That's not really my problem. I don't work for Sazerac. I don't get anything from Sazerac. They've never sent me anything. I never asked for anything. If they did send it, I'd accept it, obviously. But yeah, they're cool. They make good products. I was ranting on them today earlier though about why I was like, why do they make products like Elmer T. Lee and Pappy Van Winkle, but nobody can get it? Like, what's the point of having it in your portfolio if nobody can get it? You know what I mean? It's like, why make it? Why sell it? Why even talk about it? Nobody can get it. They can barely get Blanton's. Yeah, I think that's the Seagra's 83, but I'm not sure. But I think it is. It is. Okay. So I got it right, but it was close. It was close. It was really close. But I really got it on the proof. I didn't get it on the flavor so much, but I could tell by that a little, like a slightly little bit stronger alcohol level there. All right, let's see about the comments. Olive Fire says, so the Old Crow you get down there is probably sold in plastic? No. No, we get Old Crow in glass bottles, regular size, glass liter bottles, if you find a place that sells liters. Now, the handles are plastic. Yes, the handles are plastic. But the regular bottles of Old Crow is glass. Yeah, they're glass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the CVS Pharmacy around me is the same. You mean they sell, wait, where you live, they sell liquor? In Michigan? Oh, that's good. That's good. Craft Beer Tastic says, Evan Williams claims they were the first to make Kentucky bourbon. Do you think that's for real? I'm skeptical. I think it's for real, but it could be like tenuous. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a, well, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a company that started in 1783, and then they kind of like through this wiggly waggly lineage became Evan Williams today. But yeah, I think it is. It's probably more credible than the Cincinnati Reds baseball team saying we started in 1869. We're the oldest team. No, 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 no. There was a team in 1869 called the Cincinnati Reds. It lasted 1 year. Later on, like in 1881, a new team got started called the Cincinnati Reds, and their lineage is down to today. You know, that's the kind of bull crap that I'm talking about. Jean-Pierre says, hey, Jay, back from Mobile, drinking a Mickey's while you're doing the show. Mickey's, good old Mickey's. Hey, Jean, you want to know what showed up? You want to know what showed up last week in my town? I bet you'll be shocked. Olive Fire says, I don't mind plastic, but I definitely prefer the seemingly cleaner flavor that I seem to only notice when the whiskey has been stored in glass. I haven't really noticed a difference in flavor, but I hear people saying plastic is bad. It's bad. I don't know that. Glass looks nicer. There's no doubt about that. Tommy Carroll says, cheers, Louisiana beer reviews, enjoying a Colt 45 high gravity. Oh, strong stuff. I'm happy that the Colt 45 is still in glass. I am too, see, because it looks prettier, you know. Kessler might have been the first whiskey I ever tried, says Olive Fire, and I think that it might have been in plastic bottles. It's the same thing. I remember liking it back then. Well, it's been on the market since 18 I don't know, 1880 something. I can never remember. 1888. No, it's the same thing. Kessler, if you get it in the regular bottle, it's glass. Now they have those plastic travel. They call it travel bottles because you can go in the suitcase on a trip. But glass. The liter bottles are glass. Now the handles are plastic. I bought a handle because it was cheap. Tommy Carroll says, remember some boys in Northwest Ohio, a shot of Kessler's and a short beer. I don't remember that because I'm not from Ohio. Maybe the truth is in the proof. The truth is in the proof here. We have a winner. We do have a winner, but it depends how you look at it. Elijah Craig made the first bourbon. Oh, really? Well, Evan Williams said they made the first bourbon. I'm not sure if they do here in Michigan, but there's a CVS just across the border into Indiana that sells liquor. Oh, you cross the state line and they have liquor there? Okay. Luckily, I only have to go 1 mile. But I got so much liquor back stock, y'all. I have so much liquor back stock. It's a joke. I cannot buy anymore. And I'm not going to buy anymore unless I find a deal. But, you know, I'm not going to buy anymore. Okay. Gran Legacy, it's not grand. It's not going to leave a legacy. And it's not anything that's going to impress anybody. But, and the buts are sometimes important, the BUT. It does have a nice, smooth, vanilla-like flavor, because they probably add in vanilla. There's nothing nasty about it, and there's nothing harsh about it. Would it be better over ice? Yeah, it would probably be better if it was over ice, because it would give it some coldness. Yeah, I could go along with that. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Not impressive. Not impressive. But it's okay. So everything considered, and we've considered quite a few things in 36 minutes, but everything considered, I've got to give the overall victory to Gran Legacy. And don't even try finding it at other stores, because chances are you're not going to. But you might. But I doubt it, because it's not really supposed to be sold anywhere but CVS. So kind of a plain looking. I like the colors though, black, white, gold, and brown. I like those kind of colors. Reminds me of a 1984 Buick Regal. Back in the mid 80s, people loved that brown, metallic brown color scheme, you know. But anyway, starting tomorrow, Dawn Busters. Don't forget to smash that like button, everyone. Smiling, says Alifar. Thank you. Tomorrow morning at dawn, we're going into the Heaven Hill world. Well, I don't think Heaven Hill's got a snowball's chance in Hades to go against Seagram's 83. My opinion, and I'm not a big fan of Seagram's 83, actually, but I think Seagram's 83 is going to decimate, obliterate, and like my father would say, swashbuckle. He always said that they got swashbuckled. It's going to swashbuckle the Heaven Hill brands. They don't stand a chance. But anyway, and then once that's over, we back to bourbon. Get ready, because we back to bourbon. And I got a weird one. I have the strangest bourbon, y'all. Look. It's crazy. I tried it yesterday, and you know what? It wasn't bad. I was thinking the worst. I thought this stuff's going to be the worst. It's going to be the worst bourbon ever. But it was actually all right. I liked it. I felt embarrassed saying I liked it, but it was good. Oh, well. I'll never live it down, but I found it. Did you ever see it? I got my bottle. Anyway, see y'all later. Well, yeah, in less than 12 hours. Bye-bye.